Hi, how's everybody doing? It's Paul from Magpie 24/7, back again with another view from the van. Hope everybody's okay. The club have just announced that they have completed the free transfer signing of Karius. He's going to come in as basically cover for the unlucky and unfortunate, really, Carl Darlow, who picked up that injury in training last week. So the club have just officially announced that. I think the deal was done last week. However, you know, they've just held off with obviously events happening in the country. They've let it breathe for a couple of days, and they've just dropped that news across their social media accounts. So I personally think it's a good bit of business. We brought him in for a couple of months. There's an option to just sort of take that deal through at the end of the season, and it, you know, basically the minimum term covers us up till January, when we can make a decision over Carl Darlow's fitness and possibly, you know, recalling Martin Dubravka from his loan at Manchester United. So I think it's a good investment. It's a good safety thing. He's been speaking about the deal. Said it came about very quickly. His agent was called around about tea time, and he was so, look, literally I need an answer today. If the deal's going to be done, it's going to be done within 24 hours. And he didn't think twice. Basically, from the interview, he said, you know, it was a no-brainer for me. He booked up tickets, aeroplane tickets over the following morning. Came straight over after only a couple of hours sleep. So he's obviously keen. He's obviously chomping at the bit. Spoke very glowingly about Eddie Howe. Said he's looking forward to working with Eddie Howe. He's got a very high opinion of him. He's always, has been like an opposition goalkeeper against him. Always thought that he seems a bit difficult to beat. Played good football. So spoke very well about Eddie Howe, and just really wanted to get back on the training pitches, push himself, support the other keepers. He spoke, you know, really well. Speaks obviously very good English. And just said, look, my first job is to come in and support all the other goalkeepers, get some minutes on the training pitch, and then hopefully push and try and get some games under his belt in this time. So he's saying all the right things, and he's got the perfect opportunities. He's got the perfect platform, the perfect interview, as it were. If he comes in and impresses Eddie and the rest of his coaches, there's no way that he's going to be sort of just disposed of quickly or sent back to Germany or anything else like that. So it's up to him to put the performances in. Who knows, he might get an opportunity against Crystal Palace in the League Cup. That game coming up shortly, when we no doubt rotate the team around a bit. And so I think it's a smart piece of business. The club moved extremely quickly. There was talk about Ben Foster, but I think that was a no-brainer, a no-starter, to be honest. But yeah, the club have moved quickly. They've brought somebody else in, and making sure that all of the bases are sort of covered in the squad to get us through to after the World Cup, when the transfer window opens, and we can address things from there again. So happy days. I think the reaction from most of the comments that I've read have been really positive towards the lad, so that's really good to see. Yes, he did have a howl in the Champions League final, but to get in a number 2 keeper with Premier League experience and Champions League experience is amazing. The bloke played with concussion in the final. You've got to take that into consideration when you're sort of thinking about that sort of night against Real Madrid. It's not as cut and dry of a story as you might have thought. So, all things taken into account, and with the goalkeepers who were available to be able to come in, I think it's a really smart, clever move. And it's just another example of the new ownership making sure that the footballing side is okay, putting the interests of the club at the front and foremost of everything. So yeah, fantastic. We're being able to bring him in, and now we just got to wait, hope for confirmation. The FA have said that all football's going ahead, but the Premier League haven't. There's some complications around policing with regards to more of the London teams because of the funeral that's happening this weekend for Elizabeth II. So that's understandable that they're taking a little bit longer of a time. But I think we'll be fine at Newcastle. I think the policing won't be so much of an issue. I don't think we'll have to send police from our region down to London for that event. I think there may be some cancellations or some games that get pushed back or brought forward, maybe even, if possible, but I don't think it's anything that's going to affect this game, and I'm looking forward to it. Eddie Howe's first game back against Bournemouth, his old employers, and he'll be desperate to get the victory, even more so, and to put in a performance and probably stick a few goals past them as well. So yeah, we'll be back with a preview later on in the week for that one, but just want to do a quick video on the official announcement that Loris Karius has signed for Newcastle United, and he is available for this weekend's game against Bournemouth, which should, fingers crossed, go ahead. Let me know what you think down below of the deal, and also with regards to the fixtures this weekend, which ones are going to go ahead, which ones aren't. And in the meantime, take care, keep it tuned, and I'll speak to you later.